Okay,
count
chat.
that
This
Dante
is like
could
the
come in
best
as
match
Doomfist
happening
maybe,
today. We gotta see
we
it.
start on Busan downtown
Busan.
with some Junker Queen out of Ben Best. We don't get to see that too often. Usually back on his Washington Justice days, it was a lot of Reinhardt.
Yeah, so Ben Best is in that lineup. I must have missed that one. So that means they're playing completely differently to what we saw from them yesterday. They're going to want to play fast with this Junker Queen. Speed boost in with the shout. There they go.
There they go, but Avo.
Ooh,
Probably why
Avo.
you sub him in. That hit scan, although maybe he wasn't in the Overwatch League, is such an important hero to play on downtown. If you can dominate the top of that building, you got sightlines on around the map. It's difficult to maneuver. Seems like USA haven't been affected too much. The first cap goes to France, and using that speed, they dash on right to Hydron, forcing out his jump. USA don't have a lot of, well, space until Kalush decides to go to the point by himself. Now has reinforcements,
This
but
is,
is below
I'm surprised
50%
France got the point
doesn't
first.
have a lot of armor, but with that immortality, RuPaul wasn't sure how Kalush was going to do either, and France now rotating behind.
And they're jostling for position. Both teams neither wanting to make a move. But Pat,
So,
once again,
what's
with the
actually
first pick
really
on the
funny
RuPaul, that's a
is
lot of
that,
healing out for USA.
You know, some of the people on Team USA,
France,
I know
they
and whatnot, I talked to some of them, and they said they were doing really well in scrim, so...
USA, I mean, they just kind of played this cat and mouse running around the staircase, and I don't think
what is
Pac is going to
carrying
get out, but good retake by USA.
So you see his
Yeah,
head.
It's
they
just
didn't
Sugar
have the
Free's
healing,
head.
but they didn't need it.
Some
They
people,
got the
I like
picks.
seeing
They
how
had the
people play the
positioning in
game.
that
Some
moment.
people are really
You're
far,
gonna see a
some people are
switch out
lag,
from
some
Ben
people are
Best
like
as well.
really close to the
Doesn't
camera.
want to play the
Yeah.
Junker
Funny.
Queen into the
By the way,
Arisa. It's
Paimon,
a
I appreciate the
unfavorable
massive
matchup, so they go
Tier
back to
1
their Sigma
sub on
style that they were known
YouTube.
for, you know, just recently, yesterday,
Paimon.
and then Avo also over
First
to
new
the
sub
Soak.
on YouTube today.
Yeah, let's go.
USA now have the Ant Matrix, so France got to hope that they can cross quickly to that Mega Pack side, and half of them managed to do so, but France are all split up, and USA converge on the ones that made it through. Now the Sound Bear from FD God does rally the troops, and
I think he's gonna
France
blade after
hope
that.
maybe use this Dragon Blade, but Pack is hesitating, and France are losing bodies. USA haven't really had to use their DPS ultimates, but let's see what Kalush can do. Good Terra Surge really splits up
nice
France
flip.
even more. Fantastic spear. And USA
I'm actually
haven't
really
lost
surprised
anyone at
Pac
this
didn't
point.
use his,
They'll take the lead.
his blade. They used
And USA
beat
just used
so
all
early and
their
it was wearing
ultimates
off. He
slower.
could have
Their
bladed and
Sound
probably
Bear
won
went out
that.
from FD God. Ultraviolet, not known for his Lucio, uses that bit a little bit later, and that gives USA the advantage. They have control of the room. There's nothing France can really do, but now there's a window here for Team France. Pac, he has that Genji blade, no sound barriers on either side, but Sugar Free
Who's gonna
can
be a
match
bigger
with his
blade, chat?
blade of
Sugar
his
Free or
own,
Pac?
and we know how good Sugar Free is on the Genji.
France unsure if they wanted to take that coast side, but decided to speed on through. Pack with the Dragon Blade
I love
dashes in,
Hydron.
didn't get the reset. Maybe worried
him a
about
few times. He's
Hydron,
really
who has
cool.
got the
He's
overclock,
very
plenty of
cool.
space to work with. Even has the speed of Ultraviolet. Jumps back on top, tries to dodge the accretion of the
There we
Sigma. Here's Sugar Free shining bright.
Sugar
And
Free
that's
too.
more than
I met
enough
him at
work
the
for
grand finals.
USA.
They're really
Now
cool.
within one
Yeah.
fight territory
You know,
of winning
I
the
play
first
against.
round.
I mean, they're
Yeah, and at 85% in carry,
It's
USA,
cool
they're
being
going to
the
try and
pro
punish
players,
Ben
and
Best.
that's
They're trying to get him early. If they can get this pick, Team France might not even get another opportunity. Oh no, how are they going to get to the point now? Avo switches over to the Tracer to touch, but it's going to be a difficult route to get.
FD God is not thinking about touching at least. Okay, last minute there from Avo. FD God next, back
They
on
got his
top.
following. They want to touch.
And France behind after what you thought was
That was a nice
an
right click.
early
He's
good
gonna get that
take,
kill.
and they had the rotations,
Up.
they had USA fleeing the fight at all times.
Nice,
But as
Team
soon as
USA.
retook, it was
It's
just
Lenny
a
time.
wall that France couldn't break through.
Team
Yeah,
USA.
and USA just using their ultimates better and better and better than Team France. You just feel like they had a little bit more synergy and coordination. And, you know, we just heard from Emily talking about Team USA. They have a lot of
Emily
experience
talking?
playing together. A lot of them are friends. So there is that synergy that
Emily,
they have
yeah.
from
You don't
just
know who Emily
playing the
is?
Overwatch League, but also just understanding
She's
and being
like a
able to
new
be
person.
honest
I've
with
never
each
seen
other
her,
to be
but-
able to play as a whole
as
unit.
a caster?
Now we're going to see
Or
switches
an
coming
interviewer?
out from
She's like an
France,
interviewer.
and we're going to see Ben
Oh,
Best
yeah.
go over to what I would consider
Oh,
his
you know, I
signature
don't
hero over to the
remember her
Reinhardt.
talking.
Yeah, that's what I remember him being subbed in for, but there's so many good options. I mean, Orisa, I think, is more flexible when you can have the range
Yeah, he's gonna think
damage,
better of it.
more sustain.
They're
Yeah,
staying on
that's
the
what
Orisa.
Kaluj has been
They're
known to
also
play
mirroring
too. It's a
Orisa.
good matchup, but with the Mei, I wonder how well this can enable Ben Best.
And
I
Pat on the
always
May
love
should
playing with
give
Ben Best on the
France an
ladder.
advantage
I love
because
his
Genji is
comms.
nowhere near as good.
Even when no
Yes,
one's
you can
talking,
play to
he's
a
always
high
there
level
talking.
if you can get those
I
dash
can't
resets,
talk for
but
like
May,
10 hours
with the
like
wall,
that.
you can isolate your plays just like Kalush here.
Oh, Hydron letting loose. Immortality is
Hydron
keeping
dashed
France
through
up,
once
and
and got 30%
Hydron will
hold
not
charge.
be stopped, and not a lot
Oh
of
my
attention is
goodness.
being given over to him. Really, just
I don't
France
even sugar
is
it, sugar it.
overwhelmed by
Oh,
Team
sorry,
USA.
sugar it, yeah.
And with Mecha Base being such a defendable map, or I should say round, this is going to be troublesome for France to attack it again.
Yeah, because it gets
we definitely
difficult
don't get the
here
same best
for the team
content.
trying to reclaim the point because there's two
I
very small
think
chokes
your
that you're
favorite
coming out
tank
of.
while
They
lead
can
is the
see
other
you
guy.
coming. You can see USA waiting at the top of the stairs, waiting for Team France. They're going to have to use so many
you guys live
resources
close
just
to
to
each
get out
other,
the door.
too.
They
You
use
guys
the
should, like,
wall to
meet
cut
up.
off the sightlines. That's a great play from France.
Ant Matrix, I wonder how much space is going to be created, but this neutral fight is also decided by the Bastions. You can punish these rotations. As someone out in the open, it was sugar-free. FD got able to chase it down. Ant Matrix here from the high ground of France. Spraying and praying as USA caught in the open here.
France cleaned
hoping
up
to
that
keep
fight.
keep defending
See,
this
I'm not going
point,
to try to
but
be
they
like,
decide
you
to
know,
retreat.
Team
France
USA all the way.
capped it.
I like
It's a
good
great
games.
play.
Even
Drops
though
that
I'm
wall
rooting
that
for
just
Team
sort of
USA.
scatters
I want a good
USA.
game. I can't
Luge
be-
went forward, but the
I
rest
can't
of
be
the
like
team
the whole
wasn't there.
stream. Yo, Team
From their
USA, and then never
finding their
mention
advantages, find
France.
the initial pick, get sugar-free down. But now ultimates are starting to come online. RuPaul has the amplification matrix. USA are going to rotate to the right side, drop that one early to give them some space.
Hey, Ant Matrix, this scares the heck out of France.
Team USA has a lot of ults, though. I mean, France is coming up with a lot of ults.
Chasing
I just
down
realized
and
UV is
Hydra,
on
maybe even
Lucio.
getting them low here with the artillery strike.
I
And
need
oh
a
my God.
black support.
And he's popped up too. USA
Ultraviolet.
taking fight after
I just
fight
realized
and
he's on
committing more
Lucio.
ults. Here's the Dragon Blade,
even
but caught the
notice.
Terra Surge, not
Like,
ideal, but
Yuvi's known for, like,
Best at
his,
least wanted to go for the
Anna's
trade,
and
but didn't
Val.
channel it long enough to
But,
get
yeah.
sugar-free.
Nice.
Will be USA capping the point yet again and taking the lead.
Just perfect position of the artillery strike by Hydron. FD God does pop the sound barrier, but it's just a second too late. Then Benbest, also using the Terror Surge incredibly late. So now they don't have big ultimates to get back into this fight. It's going to have to be on pack with this Blizzard to try and isolate some of the players from Team USA.
Yeah, USA came in with a plan. Ant Matrix, artillery, and France. What do they have cooked up? At least getting out of the door.
That's a big ult.
Immortality.
Low. France still live. And they place the Blizzard at their feet. This does
Both teams are alive,
USA
though.
a little bit, but with the sound barrier of Ultraviolet, USA march on.
Wait,
Here's the
did they just
artillery
try to,
strike
like-
from France. Maybe finish off some of
Did they
those
just try to use
targets.
the Bastion
USA
on
are down
Lucio?
by 2. And France with the 5 versus 3 just have to
Benbest.
finish off
Benbest is
what
popping.
they started. And Benbest gets to just gallop towards
locked
USA
in.
to look for those staggers to buy time that they desperately need.
Just a great play once again by France. You can see they understand how they want to get into these retakes, and USA, because they aren't running the May of their own, they don't have ways to limit France's ability to step into them. So once again, USA, they're actually going to fake it to the right. They've actually caught France. France give them the opening. They jump through with the amplification matrix again.
Yeah, you also got to keep Sugar-Free in check. He's looking for flanks. Here's the artillery strike from Hydron. There's a lot of targets in these close quarters, and at least you're making them dance
come on,
around.
Hydron.
Maybe expose themselves out in the open. USA have them trapped in this small room.
Oh,
USA
Kaluge,
also trying to
Kaluge.
flip the point, but
And they
somehow
flipped the
Kaluge
point.
was
That's
doing
actually
that.
really
He's
bad for
removed.
Team
It's
USA.
really
And
bad,
France
and
don't
then
have a
they're
tank standing in their way.
And they got
They
beat for last. They had
reused
three,
it.
4
See
ults for last
the room,
team fight.
see if they can
I
match
think
USA on the
France
high
might
ground.
win this and come
Yeah.
back.
France have all the advantages right now. They have 3 ultimates on line pack coming up to the Blizzard. They should be able to deal
gotta be
with
a
the
big
sugar-free blade and take this round.
And Matrix ready, see Natlox placing it down. USA want to break through with the Dragon Blade to scare them away from it, but the sound barrier is
boy.
used and the
Come on,
Terror Surge.
USA.
That is a lot invested there by France, but
Nah, I
only a
think
few
France
more
takes
seconds
this.
left
Yeah,
for them
I
to
think they
defend.
take this.
And USA race the touch. It's up to Kaluge, but he's only one man. And France seconds away from taking round 2 and forcing the decider.
I think
And
May
you can
is
see
so
France
strong
feeling a
on
lot
this
more
map
comfortable
in
on this
particular.
composition.
It's
They
really
understand
hard
how to play around each other. Blizzard down late. They need to keep
play
Benbest
a
alive
play
because
without your own
spawners are
May.
going to come in from Team USA. Sugar-free falls.
That's
Benbest
crazy.
does,
I-
but they
well, at
do
least it
get
goes to a map
Hydron
3.
and close out the second round. And we have a match going on right now, Lemon.
Yeah, I was wondering how France were just going to get through these
J3
chokes
curse is
using
real.
speed.
The J3
think
curses.
the
I'm not
Blizzard was
chat.
something they were
USA is
able to
gonna
defend
win,
themselves
bro.
well with.
There's no curse.
There's good coordination and also
Curse
just
this.
the Bastions being able to kick off these fights. It was, I would honestly say that was a close round between the two.
Yeah, and now we're going to see potentially Team USA switching over. They are playing double flex supports with Ultraviolet and RuPaul in this lineup. Very mechanical players, and if they go over to this Sigma with the high damage output of the supports, they're going to try and spread themselves out and make it impossible for France to move around the map.
J3, can you
Seems like
curse
France
my
have a very
ex?
similar idea of how they want to play this
saying?
round as well. This time though, FD got on the Ana and Avo on the Soldier of all picks as well. Hydron actually mirroring.
Important how those first picks go for Pack. A lot of pressure on this new player's shoulders up against Hydron. Already on the Pack side, taking initial damage, may give up this position. Now the Sigmas will have to duel for this drum position for the point, where you can defend this for a long time. Pack gets that headshot that we were talking about against Hydron on that left side. That was an important duel. This is a power position that looks over the point. USA
okay,
can
you know
also
what? Now I
counter-rotate
want
to the
USA
opposite
to
side
just
where the
win.
Mega Pack
Just so I
is,
can,
but they seem
just so
to
I can
still
see
want to
that
push
guy
Pack away.
never talk in my chat
Now,
again.
got his flex supports by his side and the shield of Ben Best, and USA want
You
to
know
get
what?
around them.
NA might
First
be
flip over to Team
plaid.
France, and now, because they have the numbers advantage, they're
I
trying
was
to
gonna
push
say,
away Team USA, but
that's not-
Avo's the one who gets
Never
punished.
mind.
Ben Best rocked,
I was like Hanzo.
but back on his feet, but very low. After he got
I
two,
actually
was
don't think
wanting to
Hanzo's
stay
good on this
involved,
lane.
but he was 1 HP, and Hydron takes him
Oh
down.
my.
I think the
just
Soldier
held
and
this
Sojourn
position.
combo
They were
is
stubborn
so
and it paid
strong.
off, even
It
despite
is
losing
very
Hydron
okay.
early.
Like
You
two
only give up
soldiers just shooting
22%.
at you.
That's
It's so
that's
and
winnable
Helix
for
Rocket
USA.
and Rail.
Absolutely.
And they
Hydron
have,
comes back on the
I
off
mean,
angle, just
Alari,
able
like,
to pick
it's
at
so
Team
much
France,
poke.
and they just couldn't hold up to the
Yeah, I
amount
don't
of damage
think-
that was coming
Oh, and
through.
Alari, so that's 3 DPS.
It's a very
Oh,
greedy
and
pick
back.
of the
It's
Hanzo
4
from
DPS,
back
one
here,
pick.
because Hanzo's
Yeah.
inconsistent damage, and you'll really
if
live
their
and
Hanzo doesn't
die
get a
by
pick,
the
I
value
don't
you
think,
get from the Hanzo Aries. Obviously got a very important
course,
opening pick,
you know,
but because of the
like
Hanzo,
wall
they
lead on
also
Team
weren't
France,
able to
just
close
going
out the
Hanzo, it's
fight
one of the
against Team
characters,
USA.
you know,
Oh, and that's a
What?
great
The
pick
wall
from
lead
Hydron on
slander
FD
is,
God. Just 1-2 punch with the left click and the
not
rocket.
nice.
And that's that niche that
Well, he
Soldier
wants
has.
my
and how
characters
quickly
on
you
my
can
maps.
rotate around.
You guys have the
but that is
same
a three-man
characters.
flux.
One of you needs to
Matlock's
learn
down, and
like
so is
a
the
flex.
rest.
Notice how
France
we
caught
win
off
more when
guard
I'm
by
playing the
USA
characters on
taking
my
these
maps.
early
And he's like
positions.
second picking.
Yeah, and
So
USA
what you're saying
really
is
starting to get in their
Trust.
groove now.
You're
This
one
is where
trick.
they should
You're
feel
a sniper
one
most
trick,
comfortable
and
on
you
these
can't
heroes.
play other
Kalush
things,
is
so
self
I'm
playing
only
the best
can.
Sigma
You're
in the
GM5.
world. We're starting to
not
see
GM5.
glimpses of that right
I'm
now
not
in this
GM5.
round.
Look how forward Hydron
I don't
is.
know. I don't remember where I am.
And there's not
Look.
really any
Masters.
punishing that.
No, I
You don't know where you-
I think it's
When you play
GM4.
Overwatch, that's exactly
USA,
your description.
especially
You don't know
FD
where
has
you
to
are
be
when you're
careful
playing.
and mark these locations. Now,
Listen, this
France
season
will
has been
head
tough for
to
everyone.
that left side drum.
I'm
It's
still
a lot
tough,
more
I know.
protected, better walls,
Yeah, I am.
and
I think I was when I left. I don't know
reflect
anymore.
these arrows. Maybe you'll get a random pick, but he was lucky before. Uses the Dragon Strike to flush them out. Here's the Captive Sun from Ultraviolet up against
Wait, how did that guy
Kraken.
live?
I think Matlock's
Oh,
immortality is only keeping them up for so long. Ultraviolet
Oh,
versus
Ultraviolet!
He
Look,
doesn't
look. There's
care.
no
It's
way a
1v2.
healer
Okay,
should be
Johnson
able
held
to
that from
solo
shot
two
three.
We'll give it
characters.
to him.
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
I'm sorry, but hey, it was a good play. I'm not saying it was a bad play or anything, but there's just no way a healer. I almost slipped there. Almost said a bad word. Support. There's no way a healer should go on the flank and get 2
And
kills
now
like
all
that.
of a sudden,
Solo
Bembest
them.
is caught in no man's land. Doesn't have anywhere to go. Does
Sounds
manage to
like
take down
Skill
Root
Issue.
Paul as
Just-
well. So
like, just
some
kill
big
her. Look,
individual
just
plays
kill her.
coming from Team France. Are they going to be able to touch?
Has to be a heroic play from Avo. Takes down his counterpart of Hydron and at least scares USA away with just the presence
Yeah,
of the visor.
that's exactly what I do when I see a Lori. I run away.
He's confident in taking, especially with the mechanics that UV has.
Like
France
DPS
still
just
trying
can't
to
win.
rotate,
You
but
1v1 a tank, you lose. You 1v1 a healer, you lose.
Sugar free with the overclock, jumps into the heat of
Let's
the
go,
action. And France just can't
USA.
hold on for much longer.
USA,
Map
which is
number one
apparently
goes.
EU Plat, just won.
Interesting to see Bembest.
Chicago
He's
Pizza's
blown
an
up,
L.
along
New
with
York
Ultraviolet,
Pizza
who has
clears
been
Chicago.
Always just the most
Chicago
respected
Pizza-
player. Like if you've
Pizza
watched
is good.
Contenders,
It's
if you
pizza.
support
I
tier
love
2, like
all
Yeah.
pizza.
Chicago
has
Pizza's
been
an
the
L.
GOAT
But I do
for
prefer
so
New York
long.
style over
Then you got,
Chicago
you know,
deep
sugar-free
dish,
with
but it is
the
good.
beer, no big deal.
No, it's an
Like,
L.
this
Why is
roster
it an
is
L?
so
Because
stacked.
it's Chicago.
It's
It's
insane.
just an
France,
L. Chicago Pizza's
gotta
an
hope
L.
that they can put a
Deep
good
dish
in. Now they
pizza's
got
not
that
good.
leader
It's good.
Coco
No,
in
it's
the
not.
lineup.
Yes, it
Let's
is.
see on this map choice how it'll go.
It is good.
You liking
Oh,
it
that
just
was
proves
Oh,
to me
okay.
that like New York,
Players
New York
looking for
clears
something.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Doesn't end up
W
finding, but
Pizza-
Pac is
New
actually
York Pizza
leading
is
the
the only
spawn
pizza.
on the
That's okay.
Symmetra, so there
I
seems
used
to
to
be
think
an
that, but
idea here
then
of
when
what
you're
they're
not
going
in
to
New
do.
York,
First of
you
all,
need
it's going to
pizza,
allow them
you know.
to TP onto this left side, and boom, there you go, instant value, sugar-free down.
Detroit
They're going to try and
is a
push
real
to see if they
place,
can
number
find
one. Number
anything
two
Detroit
has
else,
pizza?
but it
Detroit
doesn't
doesn't even
look
have
so.
anything.
So USA, because they're playing the Sojourn and the Widow,
No,
they're
no.
looking
I heard
for
Detroit's
picks. They're not
water
looking
is
to
really-
go in, they're just looking for the DPS players to hit shots. While France, because
I
they're
lived
playing
in
the
Detroit,
Bastion, the
actually, for
Symmetra,
Renegades.
they have
Did
to
you?
go in.
Yeah, it
They
was
have
not
to
fun. I
utilize
did
their
not like
speed,
it.
their movement
I've
to
only
get on
heard
top of
not
Team
great
USA, and
things.
there they go.
Little Caesar.
It's a little trickier for Sigma to take the space. You
my
constantly have to
God.
readjust that shield. This France composition is has become a brawl composition with the Lucio, the Symmetra that can move them around. That's how they caught USA off guard, knowing that maybe
Okay, Jet, let's
these
focus
double
on
hit
this game.
scan, especially that
France
Widow's gonna
actually
come
cat
out
first
not
really
as mobile as the rest, and that's a
really
wow.
fast.
Cat
They have
from France.
5.5
USA
minutes for
didn't even
second
wanna
phase.
contest.
That's crazy.
Phenomenal game
Yeah,
plan from
the
Team France. They
sim
obviously
dash
came in,
and cheese
knew what
might
they
be
wanted to do,
strong
and they caught Team
against
USA off guard. I don't even think many shots have even been taken from Team USA. Maybe one of the fastest first point captures I've seen on Circuit Royale in a very long time.
see how far this momentum can take them. Hydron on the flank spots out the
Oh, come on, Hydron. You're better than
You need
this.
to get a pick.
I had Hydron do a lot of content for 1v10s and 1v5 like Widowmaker too.
And not much contest coming out of Kalush to maybe stall out, maybe around this corner, but they'll be down to this Amp Matrix from Natlox. He has it early. This is a long way that USA have to hide in. They'll take shelter on the left side, but they've lost Ultraviolet. They'll respond with their own Amp Matrix here from RuPaul, but that's amazing to see from France.
I don't get it.
France are more than happy to take that. They pushed the cart so far in their second point as well. Now they can set themselves up for a teleport play with Pac on the Symmetra. Pac's gonna go in alone, put some pressure onto the Widowmaker. We need to see some shots get hit from Hydron. He hasn't found any purchase so far in this map.
It's kind of looking like Jay out there.
From Poco and USA barely able to contest here at the end of the day. They are having to force their way through this photon barrier placed there by Pac. USA haven't stood a chance so far, haven't had a stop.
USA, come on, chat. I need more USA hype in the chat, bro.
Yeah, where did the hype go?
Where's the spam? You guys are supposed to be celebrating. You guys have, what, 16 million channel points, 600 people voting for Team USA. You guys are not even the
just this faster composition, and that's why you're going to see the switch from Hydron. Goes over to the
They got
Bastion,
this.
realizes I can't get anything done with how fast France is playing on the Widowmaker. I need to match the damage.
Even the random Bastion nades that stick to you have been just forcing Hydron to be a lot more careful.
Surely.
This is a good swap. USA have the Graphlux of their own, and France are all grouped up together.
Oh, France did put Poco in.
Maybe you could try and teleport out.
Yeah, but Poco and Bembas are really good.
They are both very good.
I think it's just that
the USA giving up.
Sigma's a really great
the
thing.
first corner and the second
Sigma-
corner right now. France, they're just going to teleport onto the high ground. All the flare was eaten by Poco, so there's nothing that Ultraviolet is going to get from that ultimate.
Yeah, France are just taking all the positions that they want. Now the Amp Matrix.
That's a huge plus.
And while they're all grouped up, Kalush slams them down with the Graphlux.
Oh my
God.
USA get their first
Looking like me.
win.
Look at the camera, it's so funny.
Looking like me. Well, you know what's actually really funny that no one actually paid attention to? When I went to when I was on the grand finals, the guy that was like, you know, the tech guy had to move my camera down.
A lot of ultimates to sort of slow that push
apparently,
just there as well. The flux,
I
the
wasn't in view.
overclock,
All you could see is
and
like my head,
Now
my
they
forehead.
have absolutely nothing. Only RuPaul with this amplification matrix. So France, how are they going to maneuver? They've been so smart with their TP so far. They're going to teleport underneath Team USA, take the positioning, and get control of the cart once again.
Oh,
good turret placement from the Symmetra there of Pac in case USA do decide to drop down. Now the sound barrier and the artillery.
I'm glad that Team USA is actually putting up a fight on third point. They were getting rolled for the whole fight.
Yeah, but this doesn't... to hold to their position and use the Matrix to fire back. It's just chaos, and USA just have better focus fire at the end. France were hiding and maybe weren't able to deliver as much damage. And either way, France will have to reset.
A much better response there from Team USA, realizing that France are trying
Jay3
to
look like
maneuver
a damn
around
MMA
them,
fighter.
so they actually push into them, don't give them the freedom of just sitting in that room, and Pac actually got himself
like an MMA fighter?
split off next to the stairs. They just couldn't keep him alive. So now all of a sudden, the clock starts to dwindle. That's 2 minutes off the clock, but France still has 3 minutes remaining because of how quick their first 2 points were.
France can teleport, but they also have the photon barrier.
Fake.
Oh, and they just decide to speed right into USA while Hydron is in take Forn.
Yeah, Hydron was out of position.
I don't know what he was doing.
He's so immobile in that state, and France knew, and they
I think they have an ego, considering they think they're like the best team. Come on, Hydron.
Lose any more bodies, but France are teleporting into them.
Ego's good.
Only focusing down Kalush, and he's just getting pummeled to death.
Oh!
But somehow Kalush still lives on. RuPaul and Ultraviolet, great
healer by the
Ultraviolet holds on to that window position, and he can free fire on that backline.
USA kind of
great disengage out of USA.
Ultraviolet showing a little bit of a flick there onto the aggressive FD god Lucio. And now all of a sudden you're going to see a switch over. Pac goes over to the Genji, Poco over to the D.Va. A very different look. It's more of a dive style now. They're going to play as a unit and try and get on top of Team USA, which is going to be difficult with how much damage is coming out. You see FD god almost falls just trying to cross that distance.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of poke coming out of Team USA, and look how forward Kalush is playing to stuff them all in a corner. That the artillery strike from Hydron. get knocked down.
I don't know. Every time I
And
see a
the
healer
poke's
just
so
like
strong
get a
too,
kill,
you
it
can't even
just pisses
discount what
me
the
off.
flex supports if
I don't
USA
know.
are doing.
It's just me.
And USA, they're just sitting on this high ground waiting for France to get in. And without the teleporters, how do they close that distance? They need to go together as a unit. Use the Genji deflex. Poco can sort of mitigate some of the damage on the Diva. But right now, it feels like they're just an uphill battle. Literally,
that's a
that they're
hard
never going to
pylon
be
to
able to
kill.
get close the distance unless they start getting some ultimates online.
At least France were able to start that snowball, which turned into an avalanche, but USA seems stabilized. Here is Hydron with the Matrix, plus spraying and praying as France burst into flames, and they'll be back into spawn yet again with only being able to get one kill. And
I'm glad USA's showing up right now. They had 5.5 minutes, chat. 5.5 minutes
USA
for
is
second
cycling
and
their
third
ultimates
point.
very well. Ultraviolet
only a minute now.
has the Alari ultimate, so if France group up, all of a sudden they could end up getting hit by that big AoE damage. So Poco's going to need to be focused on eating that one. But even if they get through that, Kaluja's coming up to the Gravitic Flux. So many threats they have to deal with for Team France.
And it's tough to forward face. Wait, FD God, did he just Ajax?
Oh, no.
Wait, FD got Ajax? That's tough with 35
said, with Poco
remaining.
only having just limited amounts of Matrix.
They got good ults though. They almost have Nano Blade and they have Diva Bomb and Sojourn. They have 4 ults coming up.
Right there for FD.
USA has
they
what?
needed that extra help, that overhealth. Silver lining, they do have 3 ultimates on. They're going to need some individual brilliance from both of the DPS players. Pack with the Genji Blade, Avo with the Overclock. They need to find some picks.
All right, the last fight.
That was a big
minutes,
nade.
they're gonna just go on the other side and force, just try to get as much meterage as possible while Poco takes the attention and Pac pressures them back. USA are on the coast side and France now have the card contested.
Has anyone ever played Overwatch with a hat in chat?
To really pull through for France once and for all.
Nice
so many
blade.
ultimates that they can maybe even make the
Nerf
full
Genji.
push with.
True.
They have to use 2 of their DPS ultimates, but they are getting an advantage. Natbox cannot fall here. Needs to be very careful.
I played with Over actually.
Takes down Hydron, and the cart's moving in overtime. The spawns are going to be so long for Team
Yeah,
USA.
I
They
don't
might
like
close this out for Team France.
Headset and a hat.
Yeah, the Nano and Poco self-destruct just for that second life. The Nano's given over to Pac, and with FD God, they hope to close the doors for the spawn once and for all. But USA with the Matrix couldn't support Kaluj through the LOS. The artillery strike only weakens France.
I think it's even
but
though.
USA
It's
seem to
two-
have enough
but-
damage to maybe get a few kills. But only Sugar Free is there to contest the card
No,
one last time.
they have
and
closer
RuPaul will be there
spawns.
to
Chat, who do you
assist.
think's gonna win this?
With the Soundberry that FD God was able
Come on,
to
Sugar
generate
Free
at the
stall.
last second.
Akluj is back.
Should have enough sustain. They just need to focus on these last 2 members here.
Get it, get a point,
And
get a point,
France
get a point, get a
will
point.
win.
Oh my god! Ultraviolet!
Finish the fight, and now USA are almost back at full force.
Oh, the spawn doors are just too
The
close
Diva
to Team
Bomb!
USA. France can't get the members down.
No
The Diva
way!
Bomb gets on
Oh
top.
my god, Hydron's showing up!
Come on.
Come on, Sugar Free.
No, Diva's so strong.
They're also with the swap of the Tracer of Avo and Poco that has
That was
Wow.
insane. Yeah, you gotta give it to
Needed.
France. That was
They
a
will
great
full
one.
cap
Good
after
job.
7 minutes,
Good job,
several
Poco.
attempts just to get through the initial
the
part
Poco
of point C.
bomb.
So now Team USA, they are going to move away from the
Oh, it's
snipers,
the
like
sim
I said.
pick.
They're
I don't
going
know,
over
chat.
Hydron
I don't know about
on
the
the
sim
Bastion,
pick. Every
Sugar
time I
Free on
see
the
sim,
Maid. This
I
is a
feel like
very
that team's just
traditional
gonna
way of
lose.
playing the Sigma composition.
think
You
it's
just
good
high
on
damage
attack.
output. You can
But
wall
I
up
don't
behind
know
the
about defense.
opposition Sigma to cut them off from the rest
Good
of the team,
rotations.
and hopefully
Yeah,
get the damage
they're
to take
gonna-
someone
they're
out.
gonna
But
play
France,
for
once again,
a
still
TT,
playing that
but,
symmetric, so they have the advantage
they
on the
went
teleport.
May. Sugar Free went
See
May.
France or maybe
They might be waiting for it.
hiding
I mean,
around
they're
this
just
corner
backing
to
up.
surprise
Like, I don't
them once
really know what
again.
they're
Are they
trying
going to want to
what value
teleport
they're
on
getting
top
out
of
of
this
it right now.
bridge? It is a bit of a scary situation. You don't want your Bastion to be in the middle of
There
5
goes,
people.
okay.
But the teleport,
Oh, it worked.
Onto
was too-
RuPaul, takes him out.
okay, I was like,
Wait.
where did they go? They kind of blended in with the white stairs there.
That's
for a
probably what they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Teleporting to the
all
stairs.
split up, but managed to
And then
remove
pinching
RuPaul,
them.
as you said, and USA know that they can't take that fight without that support.
And that's what France need to keep doing. They have the Lucio, they have the teleporters. They need to be proactive and teleport onto the backline of USA, find some punishes. So that's a minute off the clock already for Team USA. It's about building up these ultimates and eventually finding picks for Team USA. So far this match, they haven't been able to do it much. Poco goes through the teleporter, uses the grasp, but this time Team USA saw it coming.
That's a
He's got the
good
speed
ball.
Yeah,
of
but
FD God. I
they-
like that FD God's also looming on that wall
Really
to try
good
and boot
hiding
people
away.
out of that shield. But France have lost that first corner.
They
Now
don't
ready to
have
fire
ice
back
block
with the
anymore.
Air Matrix there from
Yeah.
Matloss, but The timing was a bit off.
They're
USA
just
weren't
like,
even there.
I mean, but they still
Yeah,
have
I
control.
think they were hoping
of
to
the
catch
map.
someone who was wide peeking from Team USA, but great discipline from Team USA. See it coming, fall back, and now that's an ultimate advantage. Kaluge goes up in the air from the gravitic flux. Can they keep him alive? Looks like they
Bastion
can, and
nade
now
is
it's Team
so
France
strong,
who
and
are
it went
losing
through
members.
the
I think
Ant
France are really
Matrix.
getting
It one shot.
confirm the kills that Poco set up off the flux,
think,
and
and
then
then
Ant
Ant
Matrix
Matrix
removed all
forward.
his beautiful
230.
ways to
Yeah, it
defend
one shots.
Kaluge in
Yeah,
that
that's
moment.
crazy.
Yeah.
And as
Good.
France got desperate, USA
Let's
took
go,
advantage, and that would be
USA.
the first cap, which
USA,
maybe slightly
bro.
slower than France, but
WTF
still,
is a
the card
baguette.
is rolling.
It didn't cost them very much. That's the important part. All of a sudden, they have a
WTF
gravitic flux
is a
advantage,
kilometer.
which is very valuable, especially when you're playing the Bastion. You can combo the gravitic flux.
I like
Everyone
that
goes
one.
up in the
Someone
air.
say
They have to
oil.
come back down, and the Bastion
Jesus
drop the
Christ.
artillery right where they're trying to land. So keep an eye out for that one right here.
It's Kaluge up too.
Did he just whiff that flux? Is that another whiff flux coming out of Kaluge? I believe it might have been.
Rooted.
Yeah, I didn't see that
Rooted.
hit anyone. The artillery strike from Avo right behind USA
I think
forces
it-
them
it
into
might
a
have forced,
fight,
like,
and now the
Tino
photon barrier is
and
placed.
other
France have a
things
lot of
from
protection,
France,
including
but
the
he really
sound
won't.
barrier.
Ooh,
That's
big
the
mail.
classic
Big
Oh
mail.
my
Nice,
God.
Hydron.
Plus
Yeah.
the artillery strike from Hydron. What a
Nice.
combo
Now they're
from
rolling.
Team
Now-
USA to make up for kind of the start of the fight that didn't work out.
Nice.
Now the cart
The
That was
UV
good.
Alar is very
maybe
good.
a point beat cap in sight.
Yeah, I believe France should get another opportunity to capture us to defend this second point.
Sorry?
Sorry, they do have the amplification matrix once again. If they
Yeah,
use this a little bit better, but RuPaul
That's
will also on the other side have the ability to
flipped
match
it.
it.
What did you
It can be very
do?
difficult to fight back into this if you are Team France because your entire team is stuck in this choke.
I was like, what's going on here? How did I flip it?
You're
Oh my
actually going to
God.
concede the positioning a little bit and just sort of.
I'm so
step
bad
back,
with
but they're
tech.
coming back into the ant matrix.
I
Megan
this
like
animatrix
fixed
from RuPaul. You were
everything.
hoping
Oh, I
to catch
bet.
France crossing in front of the cart to help Poco out, who's kind of on his
Sometimes
own
they're
island
doing
there on the
things
left
with just,
side.
like, you're
Natlocks
sort of like
placing the
OBS,
ant
and I'm like,
matrix to
how have you
help
been training
France
for 7
fire
years
back
and you
against
just don't know
USA.
how to,
The
like,
shield
just quickly, like,
still alive
crop
and well
something in
from
OBS?
Kaluge,
I was
but needs to
downloading
defend
something so I could
sugar-free
do
while he's in
dual
that
stream,
ice
and I didn't know how to
block
do it.
form. He
She
can't
just
reposition in
she
that
just
moment,
redid what I
and
did, but it
USA
worked for
are
her.
still alive. Now they've
Oh, yeah.
separated France and Poco away from the rest of his team. That's a Maywall
great
from
wall.
Sugar-Free. Yeah, the
Nice,
blow off the healing
Maywall.
from that
W.
tank. And
Team
France will just have to
USA,
dump
now they
bodies
have
to
4 minutes for
contest
third.
and reset as a team, but
May versus
USA
Simmons
continue
worth it.
on.
And
Okay,
you
chat,
can
it
see
doesn't matter
why
if they
Team
cap
USA,
with
they're
time
wanting
or
to play the
not,
slower
'cause if they
composition.
cap,
You see,
it
if
doesn't
France
matter.
aren't able to get
France
into
is
the
gonna get a
fight and
minute.
sort of apply
Yeah,
pressure with
yeah.
the Lucio and the Symmetra, they will lose the long drawn-out fight. They don't have as much healing. The Lucio doesn't do anywhere near as much healing as the Alari, and the Symmetra doesn't do any range damage. So it feels like right now, France need to go back to what was working for them. They need to get back to playing their own game. That's why they're trying to route around the left side right here.
And USA already have the high ground. France
Ultraviolet,
from the coast
I think
side,
if-
and
if
that's
they-
not
if they
really
group
where
up,
they wanna
Ultraviolet's
be,
gonna get a
especially
fat ult
everyone is
here.
grouped up. And fluxes are coming online for Poco and Kaluge.
Oh,
What
go
is
under,
it?
go under, go under and ult.
Bastion, the try break.
Massive!
Oh
Silent
my
is
goodness.
insane with this captive sun. Procs on
Ultraviolet's
most of France, and
insane.
they just
Oh
burst.
my God.
USA
He's
take the
very
fight.
good.
They still have 3 minutes and half a point.
3 minutes, chat.
They still have one more fight.
They have
need to
4
win.
ult.
France
They're
are
coming-
going to have
France
the
is coming up with
closest
5
spawns. They
ults
will get
though.
another
USA
fight,
only
and
has,
they
what,
have
3?
a lot of ultimates to combo. They have the gravitic flux and the Bastion artillery
you
strike
say
once
3 is a
again.
lot.
And you're going to see Team USA, they're
Well,
trying
I mean-
to play it slow, play around their own advantages.
Ooh, not against that though. They're probably going to do a dry fight.
The ice block comes out, and the
Oh, no,
artillery
they're not
strike
dry
from
fighting.
Avo
They're
just
using
to
ults.
send USA back a little
even.
bit. For now, USA just relying on this ant matrix,
I think they
but
really wanna win
France
this-
not
this,
inside of that.
fight.
The
They're
restrike
also
from
alive.
Hydron to maybe
Oh, wait, no, not
force some
even.
different positions out of France. Now
Wait,
they're on the left
they might be
side.
able to
The
zone
Blizzard
them
of Sugar-Free
and
to
just-
try and
Someone has
stop
to touch.
anyone.
Oh,
my God,
the
the
TP! But he
Oh
got frozen. That was
my
nice.
God, that
From
was
FD
really
should be enough
nice.
Sustained to push back USA in this fight.
Wow.
Such a smart play from
Uh-oh.
Pac, realizing that
That was
they need to
insane
touch
from
the
Pac.
point.
That was that was
Uses
low
the
key,
Symmetra
like
teleporter
probably
to
the
touch it, slow
straight
down
the
the
point.
cart, and then teleports out right before they get frozen. So that's
think
just
he still
great
got
heads-up
frozen
play,
now.
understanding how to play around the Symmetra and deal
Yeah, but I
with
think
that
on the other
sugar-free
side, and
C9
then,
Blizzard
Poco
that
was
we
just
just
able to
saw, and
ult.
now it gets difficult for Team USA. We saw how difficult it was for France
No
to close
ults,
out this
chat.
third
No
point.
ults, and
USA
France
is
has
going to
that
have the
wall.
exact same issue.
They'll get.
They don't have any ultimates up Lemon either. It's only Kaluge with the Flux
Yeah,
who's been
they'll get Flux
questionable
really
at best so far with this ultimate.
USA wanted to take positions around pool side, and Poco has spotted it out. France are going to give it up. USA, are they going to want to drop the card? They're going to be forced to with this photon barrier up Pac. And even with the teleport, I don't even know where that went, but France
suck.
are on the chase thanks to this Lucio event.
Wait,
Peacock.
Lucio is still
France
alive.
can force the fight even if USA aren't ready.
Oh, that was a big flux.
Now 1, 2, and 3 kills as France couldn't finish off the
Wow.
targets. When
There
it
you
felt
go,
like France
Team
had given up
USA.
the wall, it's USA that will be capping shortly.
Nice.
2 minutes to 1 minute.
That's
That could-
great
that could
play
still
from the
be
USA supports. Ultraviolet
very,
RuPaul
very
somehow
Nah,
keep Kalush
Team
alive.
USA.
He was getting
I mean,
chased by the
doubting
entire
Team
team.
USA.
No,
of
I'm
Team
not
France.
doubting
Keep him
Team
alive long
USA.
enough,
I'm just
drops the
saying
gravitic flux, and
they
then all
probably
of a
wanted
sudden
the 3
it
minutes
was a
on
trap
bank
for Team
more.
France. It will go into overtime, and France will get another opportunity to attack because we are on Escort. But Team USA, they're going
If
to have
this
a
was
minute
hybrid
and
and
16
Team USA
second
cap,
advantage.
They could have probably
That's a
would have
difference
been a lot
of
better.
what,
But
Yeah.
fight or two, and with how difficult it's been for both of these
what are you
teams
guys
to
saying?
get to
J3
point
curse.
C.
Team
You're
USA is
need
gonna
all
win.
the
They're
time you can
winning.
get, but with 1 minute, France, I think my expectations is, can you at least get point A with that 1 minute? Yes, on their last attack, they made that very swift, but it was off of a teleport.
Why did
play that
someone
maybe
on
USA
YouTube
weren't
say, is
expecting.
that your
So
ex-wife
now
who
that-
took the
are you gonna
kids?
wanna
Bro,
rinse and repeat
what?
that strategy? France are going for yes, but how are USA going to adapt to that?
Yeah, the jig is probably up for Team France. I believe Team USA are going to
Twitch,
expect
don't
the Symmetra
laugh.
come
Why
out.
are you
They're
guys
well
laughing?
prepared
Don't
for
laugh
these
at what
teleporters.
YouTube said.
So
You
the
guys are supposed to be
backliners can play a
against
little bit
each other.
smarter, and we can see
I don't
Kalush
have kids. I
trying
was
to
never
sort of handle this
married.
one. And this is how they get Kalush alive. Look at how far that lamp was from.
But I
The
did lose
supports were
everything.
nowhere
To be
near
fair,
Kalush
that's what
where
you
they
say.
needed to be. But then Kalush just able to live long enough, just able to stay up with both supports. And then, boom, Kalush lives long enough, drops the
wow.
flux, and USA close it out.
And that's tough. I can't count the amount of times I've missed.
Really?
I've just
5 or
jumped out of
6?
immortality.
We have another
Just, there's
game
so
after
many
this.
colors, so
I know.
many
I
people.
was
I don't think
I
we
mean,
can.
You're
you don't
right.
notice that
Yeah.
barrier. But
I'd
by the
probably
way,
do dinner a
France,
lot later, too.
Okay.
broken
Okay.
out of their
I don't know.
spawn
I mean,
room
I don't know.
doors.
They
USA keep
can.
eyes on
Yeah.
that.
That's the steak place, too.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess it's
I'd rather
not
go to
gonna be a
Roots Chris.
teleporter playing.
Yeah,
Good.
it's
It's gonna go
mixing
for
it up.
that.
They want to just play the Mei. I think realizing that the Symmetra's probably not going to work a second time around, just go to the Mei, give themselves
I
a
don't know.
little bit
Chat,
more of an
you know what
advantage. So the
Morton's
only
is?
difference
Is
right
Morton's
now
or Roots
is the
Chris-
Alari for
Roots Chris
Ultraviolet
better?
versus the
I think
Lucio
Roots
of
Chris,
FD
right?
God. So how are France going to use this speed boost from FD God to give themselves an advantage?
Good Maywall too behind Kalush would be huge, and that kind of misses. Kalush
Morton's
manages
is
to
better?
escape in that left fashion show room. France gotta hope that they can build up this amp matrix, and for Natlox, it's been significantly
they're both
quicker than
very
RuPaul,
similar.
and this could be what
I've been to
decides
both.
this last
And I
fight.
think they're really similar.
Yeah, this
I
is
think
going to
Roots
be
Chris is a
make
lot
it a
better. I
break
don't
of
think I've
14
ever been
France. Sugar Free's getting very close to a Blizzard. They need to keep an eye on that one.
Bravo
It
just
goes
has
under
like
the
an
cart,
inch.
so it's moving. Oh, and Hydron peaks too much. Sugar Free's in trouble as well. Oh, this might be falling apart for Team USA unless they can stabilize.
Alright,
Such a
come
big
on,
brain
Team
amp from
USA.
Natlox, as you said,
Yeah.
it's moving, so it manages to get around the corner, and Sugar Free was hoping to ice block on the cart to buy USA some time. And France, it was all up to Natlox in that amp matrix to win them the fight. And with that 1 minute, we were hoping that they got the point A cap, so they did. But now how far do you go from here in overtime?
And importantly,
What do I have?
RuPaul
Almost
trying to turn that fight
single-
around, use
single
his own
dom.
amplification matrix so they don't have
And
an advantage in that
Sunshine.
respect. And we're in
Whatever.
overtime. In
It's very
overtimes on Escorts,
could be-
if Team USA
I think-
loses
I think
one
they're just
fight,
gonna
they'll
throw
lose
Mail
the
at some
second
point.
point. And they'll likely
Yeah.
only get one,
They need
maybe
to
2
bait
fights on the
me,
third point.
so
So
they can't use
every
everything at
ultimate
once.
matters. They need to stop this
Yeah,
push
no,
right
Mail
now.
is just-
Otherwise, their time advantage isn't going to matter.
Lavo is going to force USA back. This ultimate.
Okay, let's see the mail. This is
Seems
this.
like USA
He
wants
has
to
to
be ready
use
to
his mail
engage
before the
off
other
of this
mail. Come on.
Blizzard. Sugar Free
But
can
the
even
other
go
team has
through this
B.
right side if he wants to catch France off guard, but just decides to go through.
Oh
Use
my
it, France.
God.
Use
it. What was
He's not able to use the Blizzard. The
Use
sound there
it.
with more than
Oh my
enough
God.
sustain.
This is
France
looking like one of those
has to
Elo
set the
helmets.
house. And USA are around the corner, hoping to play as conservatively as possible so that they can contest again from the May wall.
I think that was a waste of an ult, but they're gonna cap. So
They
that's
want,
it.
they want,
They want the cap.
yeah, they wanted the cap.
It's
More-
capped and USA
More
can't do anything
more
about it.
cart push.
That
Yeah.
was so
Come on, Team USA,
smart
bro.
from Team France. They realize they have the
That's a
player
great
advantage. Just
Maywall,
drop the
too.
Blizzard, keep everything moving. They're trying to
I think-
find
I'm
another
surprised he
pick.
didn't just
Can
use
Hydron
that
get
ult
out?
and
No,
keep
he
staggering
falls as
them.
well. It's getting from bad to worse, just cascading effect of just finding more and more advantage for Team France. And
It's not a
USA, they don't
J3
really have
curse, bro.
that many
Stop.
ultimates to handle this as well. They gave up their flux and they're moving in and they're going to have to deal with a Poco flux of their own. As long as they can stay on the cart versus this sugar-free Blizzard, they should be in a good spot.
Yeah, France's fight planning has been so good at removing Sugar Free earlier on. Artillery strike from Hydron right on top of Avo. He's in the immortality field.
Come on.
He jumps down into the Blizzard, or at least was going to be frozen either way.
They
All the
have to
damage
win
went
this.
into
They have
USA.
to win
It's
this.
3 versus 3, and it's up to Poco. But with this May all up in his face,
No
it's so
way. Yeah, they
difficult
won
for
this. They won
France
this.
to
They won
live
this.
on
Nice.
the road,
Yeah.
but still with
That's
the
a
1
great
minute that
push
they
from France,
had,
though.
This is a winnable push for France.
Can't be unhappy with that push. That was great play.
I'm scared.
About halfway through that third point just there.
I'm scared, chat.
Regardless of the 2 minutes and a quarter, the
It
Team
doesn't
USA,
matter if they have a lot of
they're going
time.
to
I'm
have
pretty
to
sure the
find
time
some similar
It's not going
type
to matter
of
for how
push
far
where
they pushed
they
right there.
find
But both
advantages and
teams
they're
had a
able to
great
snowball
push,
it.
but
Circa
France was a
Royale,
little faster the first time
positioning
around.
is king. So if they're able to just continue to hold that position and find their advantages, they can do the same thing, but it is difficult. If France stay composed,
I didn't
they should
curse
be able
anyone.
to close out this map and take us to map 3.
I like the switch up from France too. The fact that this may worked out, and when it's maybe Nico's gone as a coach, you know, it's just okay. This is how you play May, and I think just the fight planning we've highlighted from France, the May walls,
Curse
the win
3.
conditions, realizing what USA have with that sugar-free blizzard. Which felt like
Nah,
USA
bro,
were
Sugar-Free-
hesitating on when
I
to
think
really
Sugar-Free
throw that
got
blizzard. They
rocked
almost wanted
or
to
killed
react
off
and
the high
counter what
ground
France were doing.
and dropped.
But the initiative
when
from
he had
France is what
mailed.
ended up winning them so many fights.
He
So
should have
wish
mailed
that Sugar-Free
it
blizzard
and
came out a bit
cryoed,
earlier.
and then they would have
Well,
probably won
I have
that.
to give props to Poco.
They coulda held it on
that
second point.
accretion rock onto Sugar-Free. He was trying to drop that blizzard on the second point, and Poco actually rocks him off the side of the.
Oh, I
guess,
think they're just talking about what I just
U-turn,
said.
And Sugar-Free falls, and from there, that big tool that they
Yeah,
needed to
that
close out
was,
the fight was no longer there. So Poco, we know him for the Poco
That was very
bombs,
bad.
but
They
we're getting
could've-
to see
they
some
probably
Poco
could've,
Sigma right now
won
making
fight.
big plays as well.
Or just a
France
1
was-
minute or so
Oh.
advantage from Team USA, but
Oh
here's that
boy.
corner
Wait,
play I was
this
talking
is
about with
good.
France with the teleporter, so they can jump to both sides of Team USA. And USA
How
are
is-
trying to
okay.
run as much as they can, and Pac is generating DPS, but so many targets of USA were low, but France could not coordinate to finish them off.
Oh my
It's a
God,
hurricane for
Kaluge.
Kaluge as USA march on.
50%.
I like the idea there from France. They just weren't able to execute. That was a great rock from Kaluge. Instantly hits Pac on the way out of the door. But that's what France wanted. They wanted to take an early fight because they know they can take a better fight at the back end of this first point. The one thing that they are going to have to be worried about, because Kaluge got that 4K, he's already 60% to a Gravitic Flux. If he gets that one way earlier than France expected, it could close out this first point very quickly.
And because that fight wasn't extended, Amp Matrix of Matlox was a big win condition for France. And they're both around the same percentage. It'll be that grab flux coming up soon. Hydron's getting
Hydron.
rocked from
Nice,
behind, but this
Hydron.
back
At least he got the
towards
map. He got the
France,
map.
behind
Yeah.
USA.
Oh, yeah, okay,
But
okay.
USA decided to just focus on the frontline
Good
battle
choice.
and then turned to deal with the low HP targets behind. USA are dealing with the chaos very, very well.
They need to
and
clean
with
up.
Avo
I like how he
gone,
doesn't go for
France
healing, he
don't
was just
have
going
the
for kills.
DPS to even make this
Healer, by the
winnable,
way.
so
So,
USA will be
when
capping
you
it.
heal as a Lari,
Because of that great
then it goes
Sugar-Free
on a
wall,
cooldown.
Matlox gets picked off.
Healer,
and
by the way.
From there, France just don't have the healing, and that should be
Healer.
a first point
Sure.
capture.
He
And if
right
you're
clicked,
Team
and when
France,
he
you
was
need to not
shooting,
panic,
his right click was already
You
coming
have
up all the way
time.
down.
You still only need
Oh,
to
there
really
he-
win one fight. Okay,
oh,
never mind. They're
0.10.
going for the last second contest. This is a dangerous play.
A captive son, but Matlox probably
didn't
has
even
immortality.
use it.
Now they
That-
just
That was
fly
scary.
out.
If
Yeah.
they turned around and killed him, that would have been
Oh my
scary.
God,
What a
that
drop.
was very scary,
France
yeah.
maybe weren't expecting
Okay,
it.
chat, last fight.
France didn't know
Next
how to
fight
get
is
out
the
of
last
that
fight.
position.
They're
You
going to
need
have to
keep
win
Pac
20
and Avo
seconds.
safe, which
Next
are
fight, I
the
think they
most
have to win
vulnerable
3
members on
fights.
that team.
Well, I mean, if they
Yeah.
lose
One
this
that
next fight, they
almost
lose.
Team
yeah,
France's
yeah.
idea
But they do
there
have
is
4 ults
to
against
rush into Team
5
USA and
ults.
hope they use a lot of ultimates, because Team France
Nah,
didn't
come
commit
on, chat,
anything
this
to
is
that
the
fight.
time,
They
this
just
is
wanted
the
to fight
time.
early. So we are going with 10 seconds remaining into overtime. If France wins one more fight, they will win the map. And they have a lot of ultimates, but
That's the
so
icon
does
next
Team
to my
USA.
name. You're a sub to my YouTube,
All right, the
which
grab
is a
flux
massive
from
W.
Kaluge,
Oh.
FD God holding onto the sound barrier,
Oh,
and
I'm
you got
so
Matlox
scared of
just
the
by
C9.
himself
Okay,
using
there's-
the Amp Matrix.
they have
Maybe
no bat.
Avo wanted a piece
France
of
have
it.
no bat.
Repositions the Baywall still in his face, and France are still getting organized. And this captive son is just all over Avo,
Okay.
but France still did a good dent into
Oh,
USA.
no. Oh, my God.
Come
on, come on.
It's up to UV, and Poco is the anchor for
Oh
France, but
my
no
God,
longer.
that's a healer, by the way. He
USA
just
have
2-tapped the
two more
sim. I just want to let you guys
members
know he
who
2-tapped the sim, by the way, as a healer.
That was absolute chaos, and USA
Nah.
used absolutely
Oh my
everything as
God.
well. FD gold with the sound barrier, packed with the photon barrier. You have to believe that Team France has a big advantage in this fight, especially because Team USA players are still trying to
They're gonna go
reinforce
in with
the
beat
point,
wall.
while Team France,
GGs.
they're all together.
Beat wall,
Here's the
GG's.
speed.
Wait, he didn't
Teleport
use his ult.
fake from
Needs to
Pac.
drop it.
Photon barrier splits up. At
That's
least
a
keeping
GG's. This is
their
a GG's,
half of
chat.
the
We're gonna
card.
go to a map
Team
3.
USA can just hold their own. As
That's a map
Silver
3.
still may
No,
have
it's a
to
map 3.
fight. FD
No.
got holding on to the
As
sound
soon
barrier
as he
to be
beats
the
it, they go
sustain
aggressive,
that
map
they
3.
need.
GG's.
And
GG,
there's
chat.
the engage. France running after
GG's.
USA.
I told you.
Ultraviolet
It's almost like
isolated
I'm
is
reading
huge
what's
too.
going on.
It's almost
Cannot
like you
continue
cursed
on the fight
USA.
plan.
I did not
Just
curse
too good
USA.
out of France, as they will even
That
up
was
the
a
series
great
1-1.
game. That was a great game.
It was
Team
really
France
good.
played. The player that I want to keep my eye on in this map is Hydron. So Hydron is going
Okay,
to
chat,
play
let's see
the
this. Map
flanking
3.
soldier. Hydron's going to
Last
play
map,
their
first to 2.
completely own game. They're just going to try and be a constant thorn in the side of Team France, trying to get these angles, put out damage, and try and find picks onto the backline, while the rest of Team USA is just going to try and hold their ground.
See Hydron too. It's at the bottom of that tunnel. France are a little bit split up. FD God is assisting Nico to rotate to mainly dual Ultraviolet, who's sitting at that top window. So there's sort of mini fights taking place at different areas, and France can do that because they're playing a Lucio. USA having Ultraviolet play at these off angles with the pylon is a good idea too. Hydron with the speed that Soldier provides, as you mentioned, can just keep rotating around USA, but look at his
It's really
aim.
funny listening to the
Managing
gun
take
sounds,
out
because my
Apple.
gun
That is
sounds
a
do not sound
bulk
like that.
of France's damage
Don't
gone.
know
They
why.
have to rely on
why
Nico.
either.
Poco is stunned up.
I like mine.
Lelouch is low.
Yeah.
And this is all about focus fire and USA just being better at that.
Nice.
And you
Nice.
can
Team
see
USA. I
why
told
Lelouch
you
is
guys,
playing
Team
the
USA's
Arisa.
winning.
Lelouch and Sugar Free lived for so long with the entirety of Team France running them down, and that just gives Hydron time to find those picks. Ultraviolet as well to
I like
find
how
those
they're
picks,
using
also
different heroes
playing in the
instead of
off angle
mirroring.
with
That's
the Alarian.
exactly what I
You
said
can see
earlier.
these two
I'm
different
so
strategies.
glad, like,
they're going to be going back and forth. France
the-
once
the-
again need to be
there's
the
not, like, a
initiators,
hard
and
meta.
USA
Everyone's
are
using, like,
going to be
different
able to hold
characters.
on. And is Hydron going to be able to find picks like that? That tracking was flawless from Hydron to take down Avo in that at the start of that fight.
Oh,
RuPaul
and
down.
Matrix, and RuPaul just evaporates immediately. The rest of USA managed to run away, but Kalush is in no man's land. Sugar Free should just try to die on the bot too, and at least get a contest out of it. But Hydron, wherever he is getting random picks. He's over on the statue side, and Ultraviolet's
I
on
love
that
how-
off
I love
angle,
how Hydron's just on
despite
the
USA
flank,
maybe not
just getting
winning this
random
fight,
kills.
he
Look at it.
slowed France down with
He's
these
being
picks,
so
and
annoying
it's
over
not
there.
bad for USA.
And it's so difficult for Team France to be able to punish either Ultraviolet or Hydron. They both have great
Yeah.
tools of escaping with their heroes. So if you try and run them down, they're just going to run away, and then
They're just
all of a
holding all the
sudden threats
angles.
come from all over the place. So
They can't really,
USA really putting on a masterclass of how you play what is being dubbed shooter comps, where you just sort of spread around and just shoot the opposition and don't
Almost
give
got
them
the
any
man off the
options to
map.
run them down.
Yeah, USA are forcing these isolated duels where maybe they believe in the more individual prowess of their players versus maybe the more team chemistry that I'm seeing out of France. For now, though, USA playing around the corner, but Hydron, he's going unseen. He has a tactical visor, but France are quite
Oh
far
my
away.
God,
The
he
ground
ran
flex
out
and
of the
Poco's
Sigma
used
flex.
to zone out.
Oh my
no, that's not
God.
good. That's not good for Team France.
No, that was really well played by USA.
They used 4 ults, but I mean, at
That
least
was
they
just so many
got the
ultimates
cat.
Team USA for
Damn,
France
the other
here. They
team
tried
used
to
the.
They used Flux and
with
Beat.
that
Those are
Yeah.
really, really,
clutch, but
really
it
big
just
ults.
was not enough to hold up. Even FD
They
got
tried to
using the
solo flex,
sound barrier.
Hydron's
So now
visor,
Team
and
France
he
That's
just ran
funny.
out
because
of
they
it.
don't have the
That's
same
funny.
Symmetra, they
Yeah.
can't do the TP plays like we saw them do on Circle Royale. So right now, it just feels like they're being
might have gotten
constantly
stuck on that little
surrounded and
pillar.
peppered with damage.
I don't
And so far, they're just
I
getting
ever played
picked
Signal
before the
where
fight even
you're
begins.
looking to flux something, and then it just kind of like
forward
magnets
Blizzard
to
to
like a wall.
He's gonna kill onto Poco, but this is a momentum
Team
push
USA
for
is just
USA.
They are.
rolling right now.
75
Yeah.
meters and
Don't take
more.
Team USA to
This
push.
is gonna be tough for France to retake. Of course, there's plenty of time, but USA haven't been stopped
Hydron
yet. I'm
and
worried.
UV are doing
Yeah,
really,
it's
really
getting a
well.
little worried. The only
Hydron is
time
the
things
Metro of
halted
Team
for a little
USA.
bit was when Nico hit
That's
that great
funny.
right click through the
On the
amplification
fly.
matrix. But other than that, it feels like they've just been chasing ghosts, unable to find a single pick. You can see FD God and Avo running down the flank, trying to get a pick here onto, I believe that's Ultraviolet? Yeah, Ultraviolet and the others.
Oh!
But they weren't able to find
Healer,
anything.
by the way.
Ultraviolet's the one who gets the pick. How does that happen?
Healer, by the way. Healer, by the way. Healer, by the way,
Menaces
chat.
on this backline. France are trying to do a
Ultraviolet
better job of
Alari.
The
marking
healer,
up
by the
because
way,
that's how
is
France have been
flanking
losing.
at their spawn.
They lost a grab flux just to scare Hydron. They didn't even hit him with it. And France are continuing to struggle.
Look at
because
the
they're
healer.
getting
He's just
surrounded
all the way
by
holding their
USA,
spawn.
And they're panicking.
Ultraviolet
Oh
has so
no,
much
Team
confidence right now. You
France,
can
bro.
see
They're
playing
not having a
aggressive,
good time.
not
At least
afraid
they
of
have
any
Mail.
of Team France.
Yeah.
Nico was still holding onto this Blizzard, hasn't found a good opportunity.
I mean, they
Who
might
do
be
you
able to use
Blizzard on
it
the side of
and
Team USA. You can't
stop
just throw it at the
USA's
backline.
push.
It doesn't work on
I mean,
a
it's their
Orisa,
la-
it doesn't
oh
work on a
my
Mei, and FD
God.
goes dead before the fight's even begun.
Healer,
Once
by
again.
the way.
Oh
Mechanics
my
on
God.
display by Team USA. We had criticisms about the double flex support, but they're showing us why.
This was a stop.
Ultraviolet
5
is
minutes
simply the
remaining.
third DPS
5
as
minutes.
Team
Look at the Lucio. 5 minutes remaining, bro. Oh my. Hey, you guys owe me. You guys owe me. I said Team USA is winning.
Some of
You
those
guys owe me.
concerns
Start
that myself
gifting.
and maybe others were having
Start
about Team
gifting.
USA